there's many things, marketing, the product, sales. Is there any one of those hats or skills that can be developed that you think maybe is weighted heavier than the others? Maybe it's sales and marketing, or is it about the product? Is there a bottleneck that most founders run into in terms of their skill in one of those hats?
Probably. I hadn't thought about it exactly that way. And, I would say that at the different stages of the company, the relative importance of those hats changes. And so you really have to think about the idea development stage. And in that idea development stage, things like customer acquisition, customer success, and customer experience, even marketing, finance and accounting, or if you have a physical product, supply chain logistics, they're just not important. You haven't even proven that you're solving a problem that needs to be solved. And so in the early days during idea development, the hats that are most important relate to that customer discovery and building out, a basic business plan. Then you get to a point where a hat that becomes really important is that fundraising hat. And that's a difficult one because it requires a variety of skills and personality traits. The fundraising founder, usually the one that carries the CEO title, essentially is turned into a salesperson. You see, she has to go out and convince investors to open their checkbook and write a check to her company. She doesn't have a sales title, but she is selling the company. She's selling the vision. She's selling the opportunity. Most founders don't have that experience. They've never been trained to do sales. We have a saying in sales that effective sales requires a transfer of enthusiasm from salesperson to customer.
Yeah.
Fundraising, I say, is the same thing. It requires a transfer of enthusiasm from fundraising founder to investor. If the investor gets as enthusiastic about the opportunity as the founder, you have an opportunity for investment. Most fundraising founders have never done that. So that becomes a very important hat to wear and get good at. If successful, you move on to the next one, and now all of a sudden customer acquisition, which means marketing and sales, becomes super, super important. So do you see how the hats that become important, the relative importance of those hats changes over time? This is why advisors, a good board of directors can be really, really helpful. They might actually partially wear that hat. One of the reasons a startup might bring me onto their board of directors is because of the hat that I can help wear, not on a full-time basis, but at very important points in time.
Right. So it's when you need those skills that matters, to be good at those, or to find somebody else who has those strengths.
Exactly.